some medallions that I did about 30 years ago. That is a series of 80 skulls of missing link. Another missing link. Another missing link. And another missing link. I think I did 80 of those. Here are some eyes, about 20 years old. This is Eye of Creon. And this is Eyes of Oedipus. Here are two recently finished masks. These are masks of Thotho changing, and another mask showing how Thotho has changed. I was just telling the person here how intergalactic angels communicate. They communicate by changing their art of their being. And each one of these lines is a communication, is a statement. Very difficult to translate and to put into Earth terms.
Oh, sure. Thanks very much.
Some old drawings. Old photograph of an act of about 30 or 40 years ago. That's a marquee, a billboard that was out in front of the Ash Grove about 30, 35 years ago. This is a female Kali Yuga narration board depicting my struggle and near fatal encounter with the female Kali Yuga. The painting is of Golgok, one of the two primary intergalactic angels that I deal with. This is head of Medusa. This is a crocheted frog that I used in my act. Was on the Steve Allen show a number of times. There, picking out is a series of crayon. That's one of a series of crayon of Eyes of Golgok. Another form of an act that I had, the Barger Scientific Lecture series, that's presented by. Here is a piece just sold to a real neat person. Hope she doesn't, well, I won't mention her name, I'll just say M. We're going to pack that up and send it off to her. That is Ka swallowing Bandarlog. About 20 years old, I think. Here are a series of paintings depicting intergalactasia, where the intergalactic angels live. Run through these quickly. Female Kali Yuga narration board. And another one. And here is a figure which really should be supine. It's part of my Vietnam series. But I've always wanted to have large, tall installations, so they set this up vertically, and it goes up about 14 or 15 feet. And actually, it's supine. It's of a dying giant. There's where the penis would go, and in the act of dying, his guts have been flying out, and he is there's a cone of ejaculate, which is somewheres or other. Part of it also we've had to take, he comes apart so we can move him, and his leg is not there. There's his leg up in there. And these are some masks of various sorts, shamanic masks and one thing and another. And that's a piece that I made years ago. It was a it's called the when my name was Schatz instead of L15, the American Lady Schatz Accord, and it comprises sculpting around a harpsichord, and I played it in my nightclub act. Here are some intergalactic angel dolls. And some more intergalactic angel dolls. Here's the headpiece of a memorial to a one-man band that I made about 30 years ago. It's the whole memorial is about 10 feet tall, and I've just saved the head. The rest is gone. A decorated fiddle case for an act that I had years ago, and again some various masks. These are stretched canvas masks with velvet inserts. Here's a production mask for the theatrical production Medea. That is Jason, her fickle spouse, and there is Medea. And again, various masks of one sort or another. There is genitalia. It should be horizontally mounted instead of vertically. The genitalia of Queen Isabella. And some more masks. All have their various names, but no time to go through them. Some wire pieces, hands and arms. Some more mouths of pygmy. Here is a piece I use in my act. It's a crown of many swallows. I would wear that. And another decorated double fiddle case from Clowder, another moniker that I had. And we'll go upstairs and finish this up as quickly as we can. There is Minotaur changing. A piece that took about 2 months to make. From part of Living Sandwich Board of an act that I had about 30 years ago, 35 years ago. That is an oil painting. Gawk with... No, you know what that... I had misnamed that to the people here. That's Kronos with Gawk coming up. I had told them that's Gawk with Kronos coming up behind. But it's actually Kronos with Gawk coming up behind. Done that well. And some various drawings. And that is Skull of Missing Link. And that is a maquette for the intergalactic bus. And we're getting almost through here. Just come up. Oh, there is Cyclops was in that first part of it near the front window. This is wife of Cyclops. That is depicting L15 presents my dance with the female Kali Yoga, which is an act that I have ready to perform. Here are some breasts. This is breasts of Matahari, breasts of Love Goddess, and breasts of Florence Nightingale. And this is not a breast, it's a mask, and where the mask is had been mask of wife, breasts of wife of South Sea Island missionary, which has been sold to this wonderful person by the initial of M. I'm not clear to mention her full name. And this is helmet of Hecuba. Hecuba being the wife of Priam. Queen Hecuba being the wife of King Priam. There is helmet of King Priam of Troy. And put another way, this is King Priam, husband of Queen Hecuba of Troy. And here's another view of the school of the intergalactic angel bus. torso. Here's the cone of ejaculate of the fallen and dying giant. Arm and hand. Breasts. Okay, there's a piece I made in 1950, which is Mao Zedong, another intergalactic angel doll, an inhabitant of Atlanta upon seeing Atlanta sink beneath the waves. This is a two-armed collie with vomitus, another intergalactasia panel. This is an eyeball. This is not, should not go this way, but this is what's ended up on this piece, which is an eyeball, which is erroneously mounted on splurge. The splurge is of a 14-foot green, emerald green tongue. The eyeball is eyeball with splurge coming out. I don't know where. Oh, there is the splurge right behind it. So really, the eyeball should be horizontally placed with the splurge coming out the back. And that is where the splurge should be coming out. Oh well. This is the young blonde virgin, part of the two-figure ravishment of young blonde virgin by Monster at the Deep Lagoon. So, and she's mounted on a sea rock. They've been separated, but in any event, that is jawbone of ass. That's a Cosmos or Eye of Golgok drawing, India ink and brush, and we're almost done. Oh, here is a severed head with a scream coming out of it, and he is placed, again, these weren't designed, but bear with us. This is a group of aortas, hand sign. I'll move the head aside. And those are 40 genuine aortas that have hand signatures of noted historical figures, each bearing signature of its former owner. That is a head of Shakespeare, some various paintings which we don't have time to take apart and show you. Here is a wire figure, if you can make it out. Here is another brush and India ink drawing of Cosmos or Eye of Golgok. And another one. Almost through now. Here is another drawing of a figure from my story, The Boy That Swung the Dragon by the Tail. Another Cosmos or Eye of Golgok, and yet another. And some masks. And this is Heel of Achilles, and some masks, and a shamanic mask, and some narration board of female Kali Yugas. And this is head of Gilgamesh. And the wife of Cyclops, and some drawings and paintings. No time to state their title. And that's a painting of Golgok. I think I did 4 white on whites, if you can make it out. And I think with that we will finish up. And goodbye.